Yes, everybody, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur. It's your boys Jack and Dave here to provide our reactions to these different channel creators' predictions ahead of our clash against Ipswich Town on Sunday at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, right before international break as well. We tend to have some pretty bad form right before international break, but let's hope we can turn that around, get a big win, and go into this international break feeling very good about our club, which doesn't happen very often, may I add. But everyone, if you can for me, smash that like button. Do head on over to these different creators' channels, please, for us down in the comments below. Let's get straight over to the league table that Marlon from Spurs Kings TV has provided us, and then we'll take a look at his prediction ahead this week with Ipswich Town. We have Kate at the top with Lee tied at the top on 13 points. Dermatron in third on 11. Sonny and Marlon tied on 6 points, but Sonny hasn't sent in as many predictions of recent Marlon. So I feel like you need to climb higher up that table considering all your hard work for this channel. And then Harry Scarf down in sixth position there on 3, looking to climb his way up. But let's see what Marlon from Spurs Kings TV has to say. He needs to start climbing this table, Davo.
Hey, Jack, hope you are well. It is Marlon from Spurs Kings TV, also known as Ancheta. No, on a serious note, look, this is my prediction for Ipswich. I am a bit disappointed of what happened in Galatasaray at the beginning, but in the end, hopefully the doesn't affect the morale. And the reason why I'm asking about the morale is because Villa made 10 changes in the Carabao Cup, haven't won a game since. Manchester City made changes against us, haven't won since. And sometimes this can have an effect on the first team, even though it's half the first team. And this is my only issue. However, it is Ipswich, and if those changes are justified, then we should be beating Ipswich on Sunday. And that is why I am going for a 3-1 win. Solanke for me, top dog, top dog. Our home record is good. We'll concede. Hopefully, we will concede first in the first 10 minutes. So obviously that's what Spurs have been doing. So I'm going with the grain. But yeah, I'm not expecting anything less. Unless McKenna goes defensive, which he hasn't done all season. But if he's watched Brighton, he watched Crystal Palace, he might do. But if he goes out all attacking, it's going to be one-way traffic. I think the boys will get it done. And come on, you Spurs.
3-1 prediction there from Marlon. Nice and easy. But interesting that he said there that, the antidote to Ange Paul has been attacking. Maybe a slight disagreement for myself. I think the antidote that's actually in Glasner's case, he pressed us, all the way up high up the pitch, and we really struggled with it. Brighton in the second half really put the pressure on us, pretty much just turned up the volume levels against us, and we couldn't deal with it. So for me, Dave, I think that's actually been the antidote for really overwhelming Spurs. Not as much, the low block, just sitting, behind the ball the whole time.
I think that was last year, Jack, that antidote when we didn't have someone like Dom Solanke. Now that you have someone like Dom Solanke, that low block isn't as effective. I agree with you. It's more when teams actually look to press us, get physical with us. That's what we don't like. That's where what something we need to change. I don't agree with the morale comment either. I think when you look at Tottenham Hotspur, I think our biggest problem is away from home. That's our big problem. It doesn't matter what team we put out. It doesn't matter where we travel. We just do not travel well away from home. But we are at home this week against the Tractor Boys, so I do expect to win. Big up, Marlon. Look, I'll let you come on, put the record straight about the Ange hater. I wouldn't say Ange hater. I would say maybe doubter or skeptic would be maybe the correct word.
Well, even if I don't think you're an Ange hater at all, Marlon, but if you were an Ange hater, you're our favorite Ange hater. You're by far our favorite. So we appreciate you, Marlon. Thank you for making these videos possible, putting you at the front as well, because I think you deserve it, putting together that league table, making things competitive. And please check out Spurs Kings TV. But let's move swiftly into the perfect match. Let's see what Kate has to say. Getting ready to talk about Lee the Dorset Spur. Let's talk about Kate from the perfect match. See what she has to say ahead of this one. All right, now let's move on swiftly to the Scarfy Spur stock. Harry Scarf, let's see what prediction he has in store for us.
So it's Ipswich at home this weekend before the international break off the back of that 3-2 loss against Galatasaray, which I think was frustrating. Obviously, I predicted us to win that game. We got, saw lots of changes expected, and we'll probably dominate it for 70-75 minutes, but the positives to take out of it at the end when experienced players come on. And players like Adogi have really rested for this game at the weekend against Ipswich. You could probably get away with making a few changes, and we'd like to see the likes of Jed Spence in this game from the start. So I wouldn't be opposed to rotation like that, because no disrespect to Ipswich, but I think they're going to have a real problem away from home this year, and this could be quite a comfortable win for us. So prediction-wise, I'm going to go with a massive 4-1 win for Spurs once again. I think it will be comfortable. It will be okay. I don't see any reason for Ipswich to cause an upset. I think they have a lot of attacking talent, but defensively, I just don't think they're all that at all. And I think we will exploit them. I think Son will be really good in this game. Solanke's on fire, Johnson on fire. That front three will really blow Ipswich away. So I'm going for a win. But every time I seem to go for a win, we seem to not win and most of the time lose. So hopefully it doesn't happen in this case. I'm going 4-1 Spurs. Big up to the channel.
Dave, I mean, 4-1 win, you absolutely take it. I saw you nodding your head as well, right? Because I think you were nodding your head at the weak defense that Ipswich Town have. You know, the fact that maybe they're pretty strong up front, but very weak in the back. I saw you nod your head to that as well. So it seems like you agree with a lot of what Harry had to say in front of this game. And he's gone for a big 4-1. You have to love that.
Do you know what? I like Ipswich, Jack. I remember them back in the Premier League when I was growing up as a child. And they had a good team. I remember they had Matty Kinseley, who used to play for Ireland, or was it Matt Holland that Kinseley used to play for Charlton. So I have a bit of a soft spot for them. I'm actually rooting for them to do well. Like, they've got Kieran McKenna as a manager as well. I like him as well. And I agree with Harry. I think going forward, Ipswich have actually been all right this season. They've caused a lot of teams problems. That young Delap is a real problem. He's a real handful. It's defensively where they really let themselves down. You know, Calvin Phillips getting sent off there last week, no need for it. Defensively, they can be caught wanting, but the goalkeeper is absolutely horrific. The amount of mistakes he makes with his feet, shot stopping, stuff like that, he's absolutely useless. Just put pressure on him, put shots on goals, you're going to score goals. It's that simple.
It's just that simple, but I really liked your 4-1 prediction there, Harry. Please, everybody, do check out the Scarfy Spurs doc. And we'll move on to our next prediction here.
Big up Dave, Jack and everyone at the Irish Hotspur. Please smash a like on the video and subscribe to this great channel. It's Kate from The Perfect Match. Give in my score prediction for Spurs versus Ipswich, a game that Jimbo and I will be attending. The last one we attended was Everton, where we won 4-0, so hopefully it'll be much of the same. Obviously we've got a few injury concerns with Van der Ven being injured, Christian Romero being injured, Richarlison picking up another injury, Mikey Moore with a virus, Werner with a knock. So it's not ideal. However, I still think, and I'm not sure why my glasses are steaming up, but there you go. I still think we've got enough to get a result against Ipswich. I have faith that Ange will find a way through this. So I am going to go 2-0 to Spurs. I'm going to do the unbelievable and go for a clean sheet and a reasonably comfortable 2-0 win. So yeah, get us moving up in the league. And of course, Arsenal have got Chelsea, so gets us hopefully closer to those up the road. But as always, guys, thanks for the invite and come on, you Spurs.
Great job, Kate. Really appreciate you sending that in. 2-0, Dave. Not too many goals, but a clean sheet. Definitely take it.
I would take it, but if it is going to be Ben Davies and Radu Dragosin, I don't take too much confidence from that, from Thursday night's showing. So for me, I think someone like Liam Delap, athletic, gets around, strong, good in the air, I think he's going to cause a real handful for them. And, Spurs' record, I think, the last 13 games at home or something like that, we've gone behind, but yet come back to win. So I'm not sure a clean sheet is on the cards, despite Kate's prediction. But nonetheless, you and Jimbo seem to be the good luck charm, so hopefully another win at the stadium for you. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Well done to Kate. Everybody do check out The Perfect Match, please. Great channel over there. And let's keep it moving, though. We'll see what Lee, the Dorset Spur, has to say. Our man down south. Wonder if he's actually traveling over to the game for this one as well. Big up to Lee.
Lee, the Dorset Spur, back here with my score prediction for Tottenham versus Ipswich. I'd never ever say that any game is going to be easy. We know that from playing Crystal Palace, that sometimes Dr. Tottenham can come through the door, but I don't think this is the case in this game. I think given that we've rested a few players, they've had some time out, I think we should be a little bit stronger than maybe we started against Galatasaray. So I'm thinking that we should be able to put this one to bed quite comfortably. Ipswich are without a win. They're really struggling, and someone is always going to be that team in the Premier League each season. And for me, I think this year it's Ipswich. So I'm not seeing us having too many problems against them. In fact, I think we're going to keep a clean sheet. So I'm going to go for a comfortable 2-0 win up the Spurs.
Back-to-back 2-0s, Dave. Interesting. No one's thinking that the comeback from behind will happen. It's just going to be boring 2-0 professional win from Spurs.
No, I can understand it. You look at Ipswich this season, haven't won a game of football like Lee pointed out, but I do think they do cause a bit of a threat. I think they shoot themselves in the foot defensively. I think that guy Muric in goal is an absolute clown. He makes so many mistakes with his feet. There's so many goals that have been his fault this season that he should have saved or he's been erratic for. For me, I see us ripping them apart going forward. I think we are going to score at least 3 to 4 goals on the weekend. I'm not really deterred by the Galatasaray performance whatsoever. You're going to have Sarr starting back in there, Bentancur, Solanke. It's going to be a massive difference. So, look, clean sheet, I'm not too confident about, but I do think this could be a 4-5-1 weekend for Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, that's why we've moved swiftly then on to Dermatron. But please, everybody, do check out Lee the Dorset Spur. Check out his lovely channel. Great guy. But this is where we end off with the Tron. Will he give exactly what Dave just mentioned? 4-5-0 comfortable win.
Hey, this is Dermot, aka Dermatron from thfc till I die, home of Tottenham past, present and exciting future under Ange Postecoglou. Look guys, it's never nice coming off of a loss, but I think last night was more of a little bit of a free hit. I think with the injuries and with everything that we had last night, I think we've done very well, to be fair, to come out with a 3-2 defeat. Look, Lancashire, I'm not going to go hard on the kids. There's no point. It's a learning experience for them. And maybe that, Dave, you're right when you said about the leaders standing up, but I thought Davies did quite all right last night. I thought Rudu was an absolute disgrace. He couldn't even kick a bull up the arse. But look, we move forward, and we move forward to Ipswich Town. It's 3 points. It's a chance to go into the international break with 3 Premier League wins in a row. Ipswich are not a bad side. They've just been a bit unlucky this season, I think, in some of their games, and where they could have won, they've drawn, and where they could have drawn, they've lost. So they've been a little bit unlucky, but I think we'll have too much for them. I think we'll have too much firepower, and we'll have too much everything for them, because we are Tottenham Hotspur, the greatest team in the world. But look, I'm going for a 4-0 win. I think we're going to batter them. The last time we did play them, though, guys, was back in 2001 or 2002. And we lost 2-1 at home to them. So we owe them a little bit of revenge. Anyway, please like and subscribe to these guys here who do a great job on your Spurs and Big Andrew Trust.
Great job from Dermatron. Dave, we're still holding on to that defeat from 20 plus years ago. Let's get some revenge against this Ipswich Town. He's gone for a 4-0 defeat, as we expect. Will be too much for them because we're the greatest team in the world, Tottenham Hotspur.
I mean, the defeat he's pulled up there, you're talking about when they had Marcus Bent and I think Darren Bent coming through at that point. That's how long ago it was. But look, Jack, we're going farming this weekend. We do take on the Tractor Boys. That's their nickname. So we've got the best farm in the business, a.k.a. Soren. So I do expect them to hijack that tractor and lead the parade right through the Tottenham Stadium. Jack, let's go and get the 3 points and head into the international break. Hopefully, level points with Arsenal. Imagine that one. And, I know a lot of people are making a lot out of Chelsea playing Arsenal this weekend. It's not a rivalry. They're kissing cousins. This Incumbia around the campfire. They exchange more players than what me and Jack do messages. It's an absolute joke. So, just hopefully Chelsea can beat them. We beat Ipswich. And, we're heading into the international break happy for once rather than pulling our hair out.
Well, there you go, everybody. Let's hope we go into this international break absolutely buzzing about our club, feeling pretty comfortable for the most part. Let's grab a big win this weekend. Let's ride on those tractors and ride them back to where they came. Ipswich Town, let's bulldoze them out of here. Let's get the bulldozers, not the tractors. Get the bulldozers out versus this Ipswich Town. But everybody, if you can for us, smash the like button on your way out. And also as well, do check out all these different channel creators, please. The links will be in the comments down below. And we'll see you next time. Come on, you Spurs. Big Ants we trust. We never stop.